Kia ora, good afternoon and welcome to Sky Sports Next coverage of the Women's National League Round 9 action, coming to you live from Madills Farm in Kohi Maramara in Auckland. Eastern Suburbs host Capital Football. Suburbs unbeaten so far this season, coming off a top of the table clash last week with crosstown rivals Western Springs. Suburbs coming out winners in that tight encounter 4-2. Otherwise, Capital Football defeat last week against Canterbury United. They'll be looking for a much more improved disciplined effort this afternoon versus the home side. Well, let's take a look at some round 9 fixtures so far played this weekend. Southern United and Western Springs sharing the points. Northern Rovers, you see there, also coming up with a result. Standings so far, this is a live table at the moment. Games are obviously today. Eastern Suburbs there, as you see, 100% record sitting on top of the table. Capital Football there with picking up a couple of wins midway through this season as well. Well, let's take a look at the two teams this afternoon here at Madills Farm. Let's take a look at Capital Football and how they're lining up this afternoon. A couple of changes for Capital Football, as we'll see in a few seconds. Yeah, so out goes Zoe Barrett. Unfortunate for Capital, losing captain Zoe Barrett this afternoon, and Danielle Olsen gets time on the bench this afternoon. Oliver Bell and Renee Bacon, captain's armband this afternoon. They've got 2 goals apiece so far this season. Look for them to be causing threats against the Eastern Suburbs defenders this afternoon. For Suburbs, well, Stephen Hoyles had to make four changes for the team that defeated Western Springs last week 4-2. In come Annie Byrne, Amy Atkins, Ella Findlay and Zoe Benson. And out go Wilfred Carroll. Devon Jackson is obviously a key player for Suburbs. She's going to be missing this afternoon as well. Erin Orong and Olivia Page get time on the bench this afternoon. But a very balanced side for Suburbs. Saki Yoshida holding the midfield there, you see, with Ella Findlay, and look for the likes of Taylor O'Brien, top goal scorer this season so far in the Women's National League with 13 goals to her name. no Devon Jackson, as we saw earlier on, 7 goals to her name this afternoon. So one of the key players out for Suburbs. So again, an opportunity for the likes of Zoe Benson and Nicole Mettam to put their hand up for what's been a very, so far, so good this season for Stephen Hoyle and his team. Well, these teams played out a 4-1 win. Suburbs winning 4-1 earlier on in the opening round of this season. Taylor O'Brien scoring all 4 goals in that encounter to set Suburbs off on a great start to their season. So Capital Football with a lot of work to do, particularly at the back, and no Zoe Barrett, who's been a mainstay at the back for Capital so far this season. As you see, somewhat a bit of an orange or a burnt tinge to Madills Farm this afternoon. Our info has us that the council sprayed the park recently. But as you can see, it's beautiful conditions in Auckland. As always here at Madills Farm, it's quite an open park, and you've got the lovely Tamaki Drive about 200 metres to the right of your screen, so you're getting that breeze off the ocean, off the water there, and you can see the flags in the background. So it's a pretty heavy wind behind the team playing from right to left. Match officials this afternoon: Chris Trent is going to be holding the whistle, assisted by a very good set of officials this afternoon for this one. Obviously Eastern Suburbs in their all white. The Lily Whites is their nickname, against Capital Football, obviously all in black this afternoon. Just going through those officials. Reza Al Rabea and Daniel Neville will be the 2 assistant referees, and Samuel Clement will be the 4th official this afternoon, assisting Chris Trent. So the 2 captains going through the formalities. Rebecca Van Dort's been a mainstay for the Suburbs backline so far this season. Renee Bacon picks up the captain's armband in the absence of Zoe Barrett. Last few words of encouragement for Capital Football side. So we're all set here this afternoon at Madills Farm. Eastern Suburbs looking to continue their 100% record against a much improved Capital Football side. A couple of wins so far this season for Capital Football. They're just hovering, as we saw on the table a few moments ago, just above the place above last spot there. But again, it has been a difficult setup for those federation sides who Capital, Southern Football, and obviously Central Football, with a largely put together a number of different clubs make up obviously those federations. So it is logistically a tough operation against being club sides who are week in, week out, much more consistent methods. So Capital get us underway. Capital attacking the goal to the right. Suburbs will have that quite a heavy breeze behind them in this first half. And Dort now just looking to clear this ball, and he finds midfield picking up second pieces for Capital. Amy Atkins has had a very good season as well for Suburbs on this left-hand side. Has a background in futsal, so very competent futsal player. You'll see her technique this afternoon. Ella Finley now is bringing things under control for Suburbs. Nice ball from Atkins to find Zoe Benson now. Taylor O'Brien looks like she's straight into an offside position. Yeah, Taylor O'Brien scored all 4 goals in that opening round against Capital, that 4-1 win to Suburbs. It's gone on to score a number of goals, 13 so far this season with 2 hat-tricks. Nice bit of work. Nicole met him there for Suburbs. Jaden Watts, number 2 there, filling in for Zoe Barrett in that central position. Kaylin Patterson. Lovely ball over the top. Pepe Oliver Bell. Renee Bacon just firing that one wide. But good spell for Capital football. Found a nice ball over the top, releasing Pepe Oliver Bell. Just there. And a nice ball into to set up Renee Bacon. But the first shot of the game goes high and wide for Capital. But nonetheless, a good start for Renee Bacon and her side. That will give them some confidence. Atkins now looking for the feet of Metam or chance for Rachel Head. Blackler playing that one across. He gets a second chance at it there into the feet of O'Brien. Just getting that one under control. Nice turn from Taylor O'Brien as well. Looking for Nicole Metam, but Molly Simons on the edge of her box, cleaning that one up. Chris Trent found a foul there on Lena Durand for Capital, so a chance for Capital just to get some composure now and just this one will look to launch into the box. Headed clear by Suburbs, only as far as Taylor O'Brien now. Blackler finds the feet of Metam, time to turn. Can't find the runner, Zoe Benson. Capital now looking to bring the ball out, looking wide. Sydney Madison Williams there working hard for Capital. Amy Atkins again with that nice first touch. That nice left foot. There's Amy Atkins. A number of crosses she's put into the box on this left-hand side for Suburbs over the course of the season has led to a number of goals. Cara Chung looking for a runner, move forward to play the ball into. Again, she gets a chance to find the feet of Renee Bacon.
We can't jump the gun. Just hold the middle there. Don't jump the gun.
Nice turn from Capital One. Couldn't find the feet there. But comes to Nicole Metam. For Suburbs now just to calm things down a little bit, get their foot on the ball. They love to dictate play, do Suburbs. Yoshida and Finley in the middle of the park particularly love to get on the ball and control the tempo. As we said, no Devon Jackson this afternoon for Suburbs.
Loose ball now, finding the feet of Rebecca Ott. Yoshida cleaning up for Suburbs.
Suburbs, hey, wait. If you want to earn the right to play through the middle, we have to use the width. Okay?
I can just hear Stephen Hoyle there saying we have to use the width, have to get the ball wide. Got some very good wide players, Annie Byrne and Amy Atkins on either side. Blackler, Head, Van Dort, more or less a back three for Suburbs this afternoon.
Don't be scared to go bigger on the diag.
Van Dort, misplaced pass into Yoshida. Yoshida wins possession back for Suburbs. Loose control from Amy Atkins. Metum looking for feet now, gets it under control. Kaylin Patterson too strong there for Taylor O'Brien. That'll be a good battle between those two very physical players. It's well played by Capital, but intercepted by Suburbs. Capital again get a chance to move the ball forward now. Loose ball, Metum looking for the feet of O'Brien now. She's in the box. Taylor O'Brien looking for a cross. First corner of the game to Eastern Suburbs. Kaylin Patterson doing enough there to thwart that danger from Taylor O'Brien. Yeah, this one will be a test for Molly Sims because Amy Atkins will just this one in the air. Might be a short one actually. They've played a short corner, Suburbs. In comes the cross. It's off the crossbar. Yoshida battling for the pieces, but another corner for Suburbs. Well, we've seen the addition of that heavy breeze behind Suburbs this afternoon. That cross just rattling the crossbar of Molly Simons. Rebecca Ott able to scramble that one out. Out for a corner, unfortunately, for Capital. They have to regroup now again.
Reset.
Ball played across. Yoshida now. Capital able to clear. As far as Sydney Madison Williams. Blackler does well. Can't find the feet of Nicole Metum. Miscommunication there between Yoshida and Amy Byrne. Bit of pace on that left-hand side from Oliver Bell. Suburbs able to turn now. Taylor O'Brien, Nicole Metum now out wide, looking for a ball inside to Zoe Benson. Oliver Bell, 2 goals so far this season for the Capital, number 13. Capital just failing to get it clear in that occasion. Ball's coming straight back, unfortunately for them, but Sydney Madison Williams can't control that one, and in the end it's Van Dort able to just pounce on the loose ball. Blackler now looking for feet. Yoshida helping it on, but unfortunately for Suburbs, no one there on the right-hand side. Well, Capital doing well to try and play themselves out of these sort of positions, and it's commendable to try and keep the ball and try and play out from the back. But they are turning it over somewhat more often than not, giving Suburbs the time to push forward. But again, Taylor O'Brien just straight in an offside position. Capital looking to get the ball forward now. Capital into the wind. See the ball hold up there as that ball came played out from Patterson. Taylor O'Brien looking for the run. Bella Findlay. Simons now looking to get them. They just can't get the ball across the half line. And they do. Capital. Just that wind is really causing some issues, but they are turning the ball over. Nicola Ross now up against Amy Atkins. That'll be a good clash this afternoon as well. Van Dort looking for the feet of O'Brien. That was a wayward pass from Rebecca Van Dort. Tight area, Capital, and failing just to get the ball clear, but they are trying to play out from the back. But they are giving Suburbs the opportunity in these tight areas to get in behind. Madison Williams looking just to get the ball forward to Renee Bacon. There's the ball over the top for Capital. Pepe Oliver Bell. It's a couple of times that Capital have looked dangerous when that ball over the top. The Suburbs backline have got caught square again. This is the second occasion so far this afternoon that Pepe Oliver Bell has broke from deep, but on that occasion just offside. Blackler now looking for Metem. That one's come straight back. Lena Duron now gets the ball on the turn. Great little touch. Nice bit of play from Capital in the middle of the park. And now again that long ball over the top for Pepe Oliver Bell. Lovely bit of control from her. Amy Atkins there doing enough just to get in front of Renee Bacon. Messam now. No pressure on the ball from Capital. Gives her time to find Atkins. Renee Bacon now with a lot of space in front of her to try and do something here for Capital. Rachel Head up to the task. Yoshida now able to calm things down for Suburbs. Very, very narrow sort of play from Suburbs. They try and get the ball into midfield. Blackler again trying to link in with Zoe Benson. They probably tend to lean more to this left-hand side in terms of width, with Amy Atkins naturally left-sided play, loves to cut inside. But they do try to keep the ball. They have some good ball players in the middle of the park, do Suburbs. They're on now again with an acre of space in front of her. Rebecca Van Dort caught out of position. One-on-one, Ronch, cross across the face of goal. Fortunately for her, it's only Sydney Madison Williams in the box for Capital. So they have got, in these sort of wide areas on a couple of times, have Capital football, but just failing to get players into the box. Capital looking quite threatening at times with those balls over the top for Pippi Oliver Bell, Renee Bacon.
It's okay. Gotta work, yeah. Just doing well. Sid, just pick your moments, okay?
Atkins finds the feet of O'Brien, looking for the return pass. A lot of time for her to swing this cross in, Amy Atkins. And it's offside against Atkins. Now that's unfortunate because she can see along the line there, Amy Atkins, and you can see her just moving into an offside position, which is, she has the time to look along the line and just time her run and not drift into those sort of positions where she falls into that offside trap. Amy Byrne battling away with Pippi Oliver Bell. Chun, misplaced pass into midfield. They are finding it difficult to clear their lines, have Capital. When they get to these sort of positions running forward, they do have options up front, and Renee Bacon and Pippi Oliver Bell. The 13's on the ball now for Capital. Yeah, look, a lot for Capital football to out of the number 7 this afternoon there with captain's armband in the absence of Zoe Barrett. Renee Bacon, 2 goals for her so far this season. She has looked threatening on this right-hand side for Capital. Kind of exploiting that space in behind Rebecca Van Dort. Bennett in goal for Suburbs. Yeah, 100% record for Suburbs so far this season, 8 from 8. Sitting top of the table on 24 points. They had that top of the table clash last week, as we talked about earlier at the top of the program, against Western Springs, running out 4 goals to 2 winners, and that one was a very exciting game. Blackler, it's a quite repetitive tactic, playing the ball into the midfield from the back line, looking for Annie Byrne or Ella Finlay. Press now coming from Suburbs. Molly Simons hurriedly finding Pippi Oliver Bell. It's Cara Chung on the left-hand side there, number 20 for Capital. You see Annie Byrne here. That cross, unfortunately for her, just over the back of the goal. Now this is where Capital look dangerous on a couple of occasions when they've broken out from midfield and they have a bit of time to find feet, and then that lofted ball over the top has been quite productive for them. Renee Bacon unable to find the feet of Lena Durand. They are looking to play Capital. They've had a couple of chances of those lofted balls over the top, over the defence of Eastern Suburbs. Inside 22 minutes here at Madills Farm. Eastern Suburbs hosting Capital Football. It's even Stevens at the moment. Suburbs probably shading the possession of the ball so far in the opening 20-odd minutes, but Capital have defended well and actually created a couple of exciting opportunities with those balls over the top. Another corner for Suburbs. Ball crossed into the box, looking for Taylor O'Brien. She gets a hit on her. It's off the post. Zoe Benson, no one in there for Suburbs. Chris Trent. The referee's assistant signal for offside there. I think it was Zoe Benson on that header back across from Taylor O'Brien. Oh, a bit of Benny Hill there. We see the, yes, clearly offside there. Zoe Benson from that header across from Taylor O'Brien. Suburbs already hitting the woodwork a couple of times. That cross early from Nicole Metum, just striking the crossbar of Molly Simons. Chris Trent says, let's retake that throw. Bacon looking to help that one on. Ball finds to her feet. Finds the run of Lena Duron now. Zoe Rebecca Van Dorp, beg your pardon, doing the clean-up work there for Suburbs. Strong at the back is Van Dorp. A compromising customer, is she?
That's the run, well done. Well done. Okay, go inside. Back to your toes. Back to your toe in the space. The toe, hold the space. Cut.
Atkins now on the left wall, looking for the run of O'Brien. Simons on the edge of her box. It could have been a different story had Molly Simons hadn't been on the edge of the box. Read that one well, did the Capital keeper. Capital just finding their feet a little bit more rhythm in the last sort of 5 or 6 minutes of Capital. Can they find a shot on goal here? Yoshida, as always, ever present. Great composure on the ball. Saki Yoshida, 1 goal for her so far this season out of the middle of the park for Suburbs. Bacon, nice turn inside. Van Dort strong again. Capital looking to play the ball out from the back. Chung now under pressure. Does well. Rebecca Ott fouled by Ella Finlay. And chance for Capital just to get their foot on the ball again. Chris Trent in the perfect position to call that one. Into the wind again, looking to flick on from Madison Williams. Well, you have to give credit to Capital Football. They've done well so far this afternoon and limited the home side to minimal efforts. Again, they've hit the crossbar a couple of times, but no clear-cut chances on goal for Suburbs this afternoon. Taylor O'Brien now wriggling away, trying to look for Zoe Benson. Again, Taylor O'Brien and Devon Jackson have almost a telepathic relationship. They've both scored a ton of goals so far this season. Blacklar met him getting the throw in there. Benton now looking for the run of Metten on the right hand side. That's a foul, says Chris Trent on Sydney Madison Williams. Again, bit stop-start the last couple of minutes here at Madills Farm, but gives Capital again a chance to reset things, regather their shape. And Dort there, a bit of a Rebecca Ott there. Stood on her foot by the looks of things. Capital now, good into play, unlucky from Sydney Madison Williams. And Suburbs looking for the run of Zoe Benson again. Benson twisting and turning. Nice work from Manny Byrne. Finds the feet of Madison Williams now. There's overlapping runs moving forward for Capital if they can find. And it's those diagonal balls from back from Kaylin Patterson or Jaden Watts. O'Brien forced wide. Van Dort offering support now. A lot of time for her. Foot on the ball. She can pick a pass. Met him looking for Taylor O'Brien, but not on the same wavelength up front this afternoon. The Suburbs front line. Perhaps the loss of Devon Jackson has provided a bit of a different synergy up front for Suburbs. They just can't find that last ball, is just falling to a Capital player. Chung strong in the challenge but can't beat Zoe Benson. Byrne now looking to take Chung on. Good cross, unfortunately for her. Again, Chung up to the challenge. Nice bit of play from Benson now, looking for the return ball. Zoe Benson now inside the box. Time to turn. Needs to play it, running past her, running against her. Chung should deal with this one quite comfortably, and she does. Rachel Head all the way up there from the back for Suburbs. Hit him into the box. She's closed down by Chung. Jaden Watts concedes the corner for Capital Football. Another corner for Eastern Suburbs. Will they go short again, or will Amy Atkins send this one into the box? Just haven't been able to find their rhythm as they have done in previous games of the Lily Whites. You have to give credit to Capital with the way they've started this game. Atkins swinging this one in. Simon's nowhere, and it's a goal from Taylor O'Brien. Who else for Eastern Suburbs? Well, if you want someone in the box to poach a goal or be in the right place at the right time, you couldn't ask for anyone else other than Taylor O'Brien. So strong in the air as well. I think Molly Simons came and misjudged that cross, and Taylor O'Brien at the far post able to rise the highest and get her head to that one. Just too strong in the air, Taylor O'Brien. Perhaps is that the pressure valve that needed to be released for Suburbs, because they have largely dominated possession, but Capital have had their moments. There's Taylor O'Brien with her 14th goal of the season. Look on in a nice touch from Renee Bacon, but she couldn't hold off the challenge. Well, we're just last few moments that we just thinking the Suburbs front line was just not in sync. Perhaps we just talked about missing Devon Jackson this afternoon, just added another sort of dimension to their front line, but things just weren't clicking. That last pass just wasn't clicking up front for Suburbs before that goal. Perhaps that's the moment that sort of gives them a little bit of confidence. They can relax and start trying to play, as we know they can. They're very strong in the attacking third of Suburbs. Chance for Capital now, shot on goal. Brooke Bennett off her line to clear that one. Patterson. Chung unable to control that one. Ball inside to Benson. Lovely interchange of passing from Suburbs. Beautiful bit of play from Zoe Benson. Shot across the goal. Rebound. And it's Nicole Metum. Sorry, it's Ella Finlay, number 14 there, bursting a run from the middle of the park just to get on the rebound there. Molly Simons couldn't hold on to that shot. Lovely bit of play here from Suburbs. Nice little 1-2. Zoe Benson with the shot across the face of the goal. Molly Simons couldn't parry that one away far enough. And Ella Finlay, first to the ball, hits the back of the net for her first goal of the season. So Ella Finlay with that box-to-box player is Ella Finlay. It's her first goal of the season. Well, a couple of quick goals from Suburbs just to, again, apply a bit more pressure on to the Capital side. Lovely bit of footwork from Amy Atkins. There's your goal scorer there, Ella Finlay. And it was a lovely bit of play, wasn't it, for that goal from Ella Finlay. Lovely 1-2 on the edge of the box. Zoe Benson involved again. Capital now breaking from midfield. Nicola Ross doing well, finding Pepe Oliver Bell. Oh, it was a somewhat tame effort from Pepe Oliver Bell. Atkins looking over the top, offside again. Taylor O'Brien just straight into an offside position when Atkins played that ball forward. Renee Bacon looking for the ball, looking for a return ball here. She's made her run inside the Suburbs captain Van Dort. Rachel Head able to clear that one, but only as far as Madison Williams. Sheeta playing in that number 6 role, just in front of the back three for Suburbs. She's just that steady influence, just that link from defence into midfield. Breaks up play, steps well. Reads the game very well. Saki Yoshida. Atkins dispossessed now from Durand. Met him time to turn, but Amy Atkins off balance. Nicole met him. She keeps the ball well. Quick feet. Lovely bit of play from Nicole Metum. Atkins now. Can she deliver a cross? Can't beat the defender at the near post. Oh. Atkins again swinging that one in, but too close to Molly Simons. Aisha Strom now. Here's Durand. The ball, lovely run by Pepe Oliver Bell. The ball just squirting out to Van Dort again. Right place, right time, Rebecca Van Dort. Capital still persisting with trying to play out from the back, which is great to see. Jaden Watts now looking for some support. You can see it's a beautiful day here in Auckland at Madills Farm. It's a lovely setting down here at Madills Farm. See the pitch there looking just a shade of a light brown or orange. Been sprayed by the council just recently, we've been told. You can see the green lush outfield there behind in the foreground. Lovely ball inside. Durand trying to get on the end of it. Rebecca Head tidying up again. Inside the closing stages now of this first half at Madills Farm, Eastern Suburbs. 2 quick goals. 2 goals in 2 minutes for Suburbs, just putting their noses in front for the time being. Atkins now on that favoured left foot. Again, finding Taylor O'Brien, looking for the overlapping run of, or underlapping run of Rebecca Van Dort. Madison doing well to get that one clear out for a throw for Suburbs. Bit of defending there from number 5, Celia Patterson. And it's, well, a wayward strike from Taylor O'Brien. Simons, that ball just holding up in the win again from Holly Simons. Misha Strong now holding the midfield. Chung, wayward pass from Chung, falls to Taylor O'Brien now. She has Zoe Benson outside her. She'll throw this one across the box, looking for O'Brien, but Jaden Watts there for Capital. I think Stephen Hoyle will be relatively happy with the performance so far. 2 quick goals, as we said, from Taylor O'Brien and Ella Findlay. What can Capital do? Can they break quickly now? From Ott, who finds Pippi Oliver Bell. Here we go, one-on-one with Van Dort. Van Dort up to it again. So that's the Pippi Oliver Bell has been in a couple of one-on-one situations here in the first half for Capital. Just couldn't get past Lily White's captain. Just looking for that one around the corner to Ella Finlay, but couldn't find her feet. Oh, lovely bit of ball, and Pippi Oliver Bell's looked very threatening when she's got the ball at feet and she's running towards defenders or running onto goal. Surge forward from Capital perhaps in this first closing stages. Rebecca Ott looking to get in, but not Brooke Bennett doing enough there to stop the Capital midfielder pushing forward. Chris Trent looks at his watch and says, well, that's enough for the first half, guys. A game that was being dominated from Suburbs. Capital have had their chances as well, but it's the home team, Eastern Suburbs, with their noses in front at half time. They lead Capital Football 2-0. We'll see you after the break. Well, these are the first half highlights here from Madills Farm. Renee Bacon just shooting that one across the face of goal. Not doing enough for Brooke Bennett there to force her into a save, but the team from Capital actually started the game quite well. Crosses were a bit of a painful, repetitive thing for Capital football. They were able to scramble this one, but the header from Taylor O'Brien to Metten she was offside. This is the Zoe Benson there just reacting to that header from Taylor O'Brien off the post, but just straight into an offside position. And this is the goal, the first goal to Taylor O'Brien for the afternoon. Just after about 30 minutes, this one here. Capital had done so well up to this point in time. O'Brien again adding to her 13 goals, and this was the second goal. A lovely bit of play here from Zoe Benson. Molly Simons couldn't parry that one enough out of the road of Ella Finlay, and Ella Finlay was on hand to tuck that one away for the second goal for Suburbs. Thoroughly deserved to. Ella Finlay's had a solid first 45 minutes for Suburbs in the middle of the park. Well, there's been some quality goals this season in the National Women's League. Let's take a look at some of those goals.
Suburbs. Some enthusiastic Eastern Suburbs crowd there tonight.
Bree Johnson now again down this left-hand flank. Ruby Nathan a lot of time to pick her pick a shot.
Number 2 for
Ruby
Nathan. Just curled that round. Annie Foot unable to get anywhere near that one. She had so much time as well.
It's a complete all-round team that works hard for each other.
Oh, Takeda. Oh! What a great goal by Takeda. Ball in, she cuts on the inside onto her left foot, strikes it perfectly into the top left-hand corner.
Far post. Oh, lovely bit of work.
Oh, what a goal!
Lara Smith. What a wonderful strike. She can't believe it herself.
Jackson gets a little touch off too. Wilfred Carroll has a shot. Oh! It is a shot and a half. Wilfred Carroll. That's a sucker punch right there for Western Springs. And what a left-footed rocket by Wilfred Carroll.
Patterson, wayward pass. Hirano intercepts that on that occasion. Garcia, Hirano now, one-on-one. Here's Hirano. Oh, great footwork. And it's in. It is a goal from Hirano. Well, thought that one may get away from her, but she did choose to find the back of the net on that occasion. Lena Hirano. So a bit of pressure playing off for Western Springs. Good pressure too from Jackson. Here she is again. The second chance and it's a goal. Suburbs have struck straight back against Northern Rovers this afternoon. Devon Jackson. One really does well, and on target. What a strike. Petra Buick, fantastic strike. What a run from the substitute. Thoroughly deserved too. She's been quite like a star for Canterbury since she's been on, trying to force things. What a fantastic strike by her. Settle again. Yoshida again, opens her body up so well, allows her to play that one first time. A shot from Yoshida, and it's a goal. Michaela Foster could not get that to that one. It's Saki Yoshida, the third goal for Eastern Suburbs this afternoon. Well worked goal from Yoshida.
Oh, lovely turn. That's beautiful from Painenberg. And she released the pass. She does to Colby. Best football of the match so far. To the edge of the penalty area. And that is the best goal of the match. And that is superb. Taparu with the finish. But beautifully crafted. And it all started with Emma Painenberg. What a turn in midfield. And releasing Colby. And again, she found a teammate with the cross.
Well, as we see Taylor O'Brien there sitting on top of the pile with her 14th goal of the season in the first half here between Suburbs and Capital Football. Kelly Brown, Bree Johnson, Devon Jackson rounding out the top four there, but a number of players from Western Springs and obviously Suburbs there. Devon Jackson obviously not on the pitch tonight or this afternoon for Capital Football. We see there Pepe Oliver Bell there with 4 goals, Capital Football's top goal scorer. Round 9 fixtures so far and games in action so far. Southern United and Western Springs sharing the points. Northern Rovers too strong for Auckland United for the Auckland Derby. Central Football losing to Canterbury United 3-2. And as we've seen, first 45 minutes here at Madills Farm. Suburbs just with their noses in front at the halftime stage, 2-0 currently. This is the live table as we stand this afternoon. Eastern Suburbs again just sitting on top. Springs, Northern Rovers and Canterbury hot on their heels. Southern United too doing so well to get in touch with the top 4 teams. And it is relatively close. Central Football, the only team there, hasn't registered a point so far this season. Well, the Men's National League is also underway this season, and there have been some absolute fantastic goals also this season. Let's take a look at some of those.
An opportunity through Zambrano. They use the full width of the pitch on this left wing side. Opportunity for Faye, the under-20 international, and they got the opening goal. And that is stunning. What a finish on the volley from Zambrano. And that is counter-attacking football at its best. Soaking up the pressure, United. And within 2 or 3 passes, the ball is in the back of the net.
Letley's casual with receiving that ball. And now the space here for Jacob Richards. Oh, that's a fine finish by Jacob Richards. And it came from a Melbourne United mistake in midfield, but there's no doubting the quality of this volley.
Switch of play from Tado. That might be the only way Joe Lee gets possession, is with a 40-metre pass. Shuffles in Tade, hits it spot and hits the back of the net. And there is the threat, there is the danger. And Auckland United pay the biggest price. And Emi Tade scores again for Auckland City.
Is Mpenda now. Can they find the delivery? Yes, they can! And Josh Redfern just plants that one into the back of the net. You could hear the cries from Scotty Hales. He knew what was coming. And the delivery found the striker. And Auckland United go 1-0 up.
So here's Manicum now for City. Lee. There it is, the cutback onto the left foot. Rolls it across. Oh, it's a carbon copy of the first half goal. That is instant replay. We are back to the 80s, top of the pops. Auckland City are both lucky, but they still give possession away. So shooting opportunity, deflection, just hits the post, and on the rebound they scored early. This is a stunning opening from Birkenhead, and it's their captain, Sam Burfoot, who scores, and it seems incredible after just 3.5 minutes to say that it's been coming, but it has.
Joe Poole, and Raboka has managed to find his way past one opponent. Got Wilkinson just to his left, who's lined up the shot. Oh, that's a fine finish! What a goal by Eddie Wilkinson. Set up by Raboka. Christchurch back in business.
And here is Tade with Howison sweeping forward. This is looking likely here for Auckland City. Howison early ball in, and there is the goal, beautifully done. Ryan de Vries opens the scoring. Superb combinations from the attacking trio.
Dylan Hobson with the corner kick. Flipped into the near post, and it's won by Birkenhead, and it's in the back of the net. It's Dino Borica. The home side sees the initiative just before the hour mark, to the delight of the Shepherds Park crowd. Gullen onto the right foot, beautiful pass. Jack Henry Sinclair's onside.
Nice goal.
That's a brilliant finish by Jack Henry Sinclair. One of the most exciting players in the National League Championship. And Wellington Olympic double the lead.
Tade, heavy first touch, maintains possession. Tade, near post, what an equaliser! Emi Tade, you are a magician.
Well, Gavin Coughlin there scoring a hat-trick yesterday for Kashmir Technical. It sits on the top of the pile here in the Men's National Football League. Gianni Bazoukas for Wellington Olympic. They're having a great run so far. Jack Henry Sinclair also from Olympic there. Emilio Tade, who's been ever present for Auckland City so far this season, also rounding off the top six there. Standings, as we see, we talked about Olympic yesterday, on top of the table. 5 wins for them so far this season, closely followed by the 3 Auckland teams, Auckland City, Auckland United and Birkenhead. Kashmir Technical and Phoenix Reserves keeping close tabs, and it is a bit of a cluster there from about 4th down to 9th. Christchurch United still to register their first win of the season. Well, you see the flags and the breeze in the back there. Still a strong breeze here at Madills Farm. Be favouring that team now, playing from right to left, and that'll be Capital Football. Stephen Hoyle having to make a substitution at half-time. Ella Finlay, the goal scorer there for Suburbs, making way, and Olivia Page. Going to be just a straight swap there from Page and Finlay. So perhaps an injury or a tactical move by Stephen Hoyle, but Finlay having a strong first half for Suburbs. Yeah, Capital Football have done well in patches and spells throughout the course of the first half. They had a couple of half chances, ball shot across the face of goal, a couple of balls over the top finding Pepe Oliver Bell, but weren't able to force Brooke Bennett into a save at all in the first half. And Duron there with a shot, charged down by Yoshida. Rachel Head scrambling that one clear. It's able to turn, and first touch for Olivia Page, number 13 there in the middle for Suburbs. So there's indeed just a straight swap with Ella Finlay. Pressure on the ball from Suburbs, turning that one over. Page now. Atkins, bit of pace from her. Great change of pace from Amy Atkins, forcing the corner for Suburbs. So the first corner for the second half, falling to Eastern Suburbs. There is Olivia Page. Burn to swing this one in for Suburbs. Not able to beat the near post. Football Capital not able to get it clear, and Van Dort just lashing at that one. Suburbs looking to press high. Capital able to get that one clear. Madison Williams doing well. Only falls to Olivia Page now. O'Brien with the whip this cross in, looking at the far post. No one there for Suburbs. Nicely tidied up by Nicola Ross. Zoe Benson, she's looked lively in the first half. A lovely bit of interchange, and 1-2 on the edge of the box for Ella Finlay's goal. Great bit of pace. Oliver Bell. Lovely bit of pace to get past Blackler. Tenacious play from Pepe Oliver Bell. Perhaps that's the spark that this Capital football side need to their confidence. Inspired by their number 13. It's a lovely turn of pace from Oliver Bell. Oh. Watson Strom getting mixed up there. Bacon around the corner touch, couldn't find Madison Williams. Watts now a lot of time to pick her pass, looking for the feet. And Renee Bacon forcing a throw in down in the pitch there, but we see here's the pace of Pepe Oliver Bell. Just too many wheels for Blackler. Olivia Page and Zoe Benson, two players of the Suburbs players that were part of the Under-17 Women's World Cup in India just a couple of weeks ago. What a great experience that would have been for these players. Unfortunately, 3 losses for the young football Ferns in the Under-17 World Cup, but nonetheless what an experience for those players. Sandra O'Brien now. Past Kaylin Patterson. guess the young football ferns would be hugely inspired by what's on the horizon for women's football here in New Zealand with the World Cup next year. The football ferns are in action in the next week or so with 2 games against South Korea on the 15th and the 12th and the 15th of November, as we see Bacon with a rasping strike against Brooke Bennett. Right place, right time again, Brooke Bennett. Renee Bacon, nice strike on goal for her. As you see, look, Renee Bacon just inside the 18-yard box, great strike. And Brooke Bennett doing so well to get down to her left just to protect that near post. As we touched on the football ferns in action on the 12th and 15th of November in Christchurch. Unfortunately, Ali Riley's had to pull out of the squad with an injury, so Anna Green comes into the squad as cover. They've got a couple of games just recently announced against the USA, against the world champions in January, the 18th and the 21st in Wellington and Auckland. What a fantastic opportunity for football fans in Wellington and Auckland to see the world champions prior to the World Cup in July. Yoshida now into Page. Renee Bacon, she's been busy this afternoon for Capital Football. Just couldn't get that one right, the Renee Bacon, but she's had the strike just a few moments earlier. It's a misjudge from Van Dort, allowed Bacon to get in. What a strike there from the Capital captain. Beautiful execution, great technique. Chung just getting the ball stuck under her feet. Strong to tidy up. Duron looking for the overlapping run of Bacon, but she can't find it. Meta masking too much there of Amy Atkins, but Taylor O'Brien puts pressure on Jaden Watts. Full of running this afternoon, Taylor O'Brien. She certainly leads from example and leads the line well for Eastern Suburbs. As we see a stoppage here, Chris Trent. There's an injury upon the looks to number 6 there for Capital Football. Or number 5, sorry, it's Caitlin Patterson. Patterson just getting a bit of treatment there. But let's take a look at the goals. This is Taylor O'Brien. This was the first goal for Suburbs. Fortunate for Molly Simon, she couldn't get hold of that one. And this was a lovely bit of play from Zoe Benson on the edge of the box. Simons only could parry as far as the on-running Ella Finlay. Right place, right time for Finlay, scoring her first goal of the season. Patterson will return to this one for Capital, but she will have to do so leaving the pitch and then coming back on. Melville United and Birkenhead United there coming up after this one. Coming to you live from Gower Park at 3 o'clock. Page now, time to turn, pick her pass. Chung well positioned to cut that one out from O'Brien. Pressure on Jaden Watts now. Lovely bit of well play from Renee Bacon. Beautiful ball to bring Nicola Ross into the game. Rebecca Ott now looking to the byline. Great run from Rebecca Ott. She keeps that one in. But Rachel Head doing a super job again at the back for Suburbs. Beautiful from Page, lovely bit of work. He's him now losing out to Pippi Oliver Bell. Atkins now, Zoe Benson's making a run just in front of her. Nicola Ross, great positional play from her. Finds Madison, great ball to Pippi Oliver Bell, and again Van Dort. It was Annie Byrne, I think, not Rebecca Van Dort, that came back to cover. Great bit of defending from Annie Byrne there. Lovely ball from, just a release, Pippi Oliver Bell. Looking to strike there from just inside the box. Byrne read that one well. Lovely ball out of the back from Patterson. And they're linking up well at times, Capital, particularly playing out from the back into midfield. Patterson again, lovely, the number 5. A stoppage here, just outside your screen. Bacon now to send this one long into the box. Wind behind her still. Watts just unable to keep that one down and even to get it on target. It was a difficult chance for Jaden Watts on the turn, trying to hook, get her foot around that ball and direct it onto goal. Substitution now for Capital Football, number 16, Sydney Madison Williams. Her game comes to an end, and 17, Danielle Olsen. Straight swap for Capital Football. So some fresh legs for Capital up front. Atkins doing well, trying to burst a pace past Nicola Ross. It's been a good contest between those two. Benson now, bit of space to move, bit of time, finds Page. Bit of a strike from Olivia Page from about 40 yards, only falls to Taylor O'Brien. Zoe Benson tries one from just outside the box. Rachel Head now bouncing ball now, bit of pressure from Pippi Oliver Bell. Olsen also, bit of pressure on this left hand side. .60 minutes now. Capital down 2-0. They've made their first change of the afternoon. Head now at to Van Dort. Slow build-up play from Suburbs. To control the tempo of this game. Yoshida, lovely touch from her. Looking for the over the top for Annie Byrne. Atkins and Rose again. Oh, lovely bit of footwork from Amy Atkins. Patterson's there to clean up as usual. I guess with that futsal background with Amy Atkins, it's, you know, if you're getting tight, if you're Nicola Rose and getting really tight on Amy Atkins, she does have the ability to kind of wriggle and use that skill and technique to get out of tight situations. Suburbs just content just to stretch the game. You see the two or three at the back for Suburbs, just getting the ball wide on occasions. The Oliver Bell now, she's got pace, looking for Olsen. What idea. Brooke Bennett, she reads the game so well at the back for Suburbs. Any threat of danger, she's quickly off her line. Page now. Under pressure from Rebecca Rott. This is lovely. Again, a lovely ball from Pepe Oliver Bell. And a great run from Danielle Olsen as well. As we see a second substitution for Eastern Suburbs. Erin Awong coming on for Annie Byrne. So a straight swap. We'll see Erin Awong naturally hug a defensive wide area. But with that three at the back for Suburbs, she'll operate as a wide player on this right-hand side. And Atkins now looking for O'Brien. Benson there in midfield working hard, so too is Patterson. Still a bit of a breeze here at Madills Farm. You can still see the flags there with a hefty breeze behind them, left to right on your screen. So quite often it is difficult to play with the wind. So often you see Taylor O'Brien looking to latch onto that one. You're playing into the wind. Again, you're having to kind of overhit your pass from time to time, but it's, if you're playing with the wind, those overhit passes tend to roll and roll and roll, and once you get the wind behind the ball, it's very difficult. O'Brien, lovely bit of work past Jaden Watts, inside the box, Taylor O'Brien, and it's a third goal for Nicola Mettam. A wonderful bit of work on the right-hand side from Taylor O'Brien. And a comfortable finish from Nicole Mettam. You see beautiful play here. Beats two players, Jaden Watts and Kara Chung, automatically out of the game when Taylor O'Brien goes past them. And ends the end, she puts it on a plate for Nicole Mettam. So the third goal for Suburbs this afternoon. Nicole Mettam with her third goal of the season. perhaps that's just the cushion that Suburbs need. Ball inside the box, looking for Olsen now. Too close to Brooke Bennett. But those are difficult balls to play. They have to be played so precisely for the oncoming, because you're playing the ball in between literally the defender and the keeper. Suburbs will be looking to keep a clean sheet if they can this afternoon to maintain that 100% record at the top of the table. As you see the wind just carry that one too far for Danielle Olsen. She is the goal scorer, Nicole Messam. Had a good game out of the middle of the park with Ella Finlay in the first half and Saki Yoshida. Yoshida now finding Benson. Moves the ball across outside the left for that contest between Amy Atkins and Nicola Rose. Oh, lovely touch from O'Brien. Lovely bit of skill from Taylor O'Brien. Beautiful bit of awareness there from the Suburbs number 8. You can't teach that skill, just the awareness that and the skill to be able to do that in a split second. Ooh. Bennett just perhaps just gifting Pepe Oliver Bell a sniff of the ball there. See this lovely bit of skill from Taylor O'Brien on the strike from Zoe Benson. Yoshida now. Suburbs just happy to work the ball here in the defensive third wall. It's Blackler turning possession over to Oliver Bell. Ott now looking to bulldoze her way through Erina Wong. Tidied up by Olivia Page. She's a good athlete, isn't she? Nice and strong from Page. Van Dort now. She's got Atkins on the left, chooses to try and find O'Brien, but that one cut out by Capital. Renee Baker now, one-on-one with Yoshida. Looking for support, Renee Bacon. Oliver Bell. Rose looking for a lofted pass, but no one in the box there for Capital. Been influential since she's been on, Olivia Page. Blackler, time to pick a pass over the top. Erina Wong now pushing forward for Suburbs. O'Brien making a run inside. Metem choosing to cut inside to Zoe Benson. Benson looking outside the box, looking to find a yard of space. Also now able to bring it forward for Capital. a substitute for Eastern Suburbs. Saki Yoshida. Game from Saki Yoshida. A lot of work in the middle of the park.
Good, thanks. How are you?
Number 9 Sheed up front there for Suburbs. Again, looking to put pressure on that tiring back line. It's done so well this afternoon, Patterson and Watts. Benson. Nice bit of skill. Under control. And Suburbs use their skill to move the ball quickly out wide to Erina Wong. Taylor O'Brien back to goal. Wong to send this cross in far post. Amy Atkins is there, control on the left foot. Great save from Molly Simons. And a nice bit of defending from Kaylin Patterson just to get that one clear from the on-running Taylor O'Brien. See O'Brien here, just beautiful cross from Erina Wong, flighted cross there, falling nicely for Atkins on the half volley. Simons with the save. O'Brien was hovering again, as any good striker does. Bacon again to just on the halfway line for Capital. Look to launch this one with the wind behind her into the box. Falling favourably for Rebecca Ott, and Bennett was able to gather cleanly again. Top from Benson, looking for Atkins. Patterson again, able to clear. A bit of strength shown by Rebecca Ott there to hold Page off the ball. Bacon now, first time ball into the box. Fortunate for Capital, it fell to Blackcliff for Suburbs. Now they're able to launch another attack. O'Brien now, one-on-one with Jaden Watts. Trickery. O'Brien looking to get to the byline. Lovely bit of skill from Taylor O'Brien, and a cross and a shot from Zoe Benson. No, it wasn't Zoe Benson. Number 9 Sheed, they're getting involved as well. Lovely bit of work from Benson. Nice save from Molly Simons. Inside the box now, Metum. Cleared again by Capital, only as far as Van Dort. What now? She can't find the run from Renee Bacon. Olsen able to control it. Quick feet from Page. Met him in the middle of the park for Suburbs. Substitution again for Capital Football, looking to make a double sub. Number 3 is Devon Crawford. Crawford on for Jaden Watts. This is the save here. Lovely bit of work from Taylor O'Brien. just lays it perfectly for Sheed. Her shot, lovely save from Molly Simons. So Devon Crawford on for Jaden Watts. Atkins again, marauding run down that left-hand side. Nicola Ross doing well again. She's had a solid game on that right-hand side for Capital. Just moments of concentration that have really cost Capital, because they actually haven't played badly at all. Just Suburbs have played, like the likes of Taylor O'Brien, who really have been the difference this afternoon. Shung under pressure from Wong. Benson now, bit of room. She's got Taylor O'Brien just in front of her, making a run. Lovely run from Taylor O'Brien. I think are we offside? Potentially Taylor O'Brien, but you can see that just out of the corner of the screen on this left-hand side, her run just inside there. Just straight in an offside position as she made that run. She's dangerous in and around those sort of areas. Strom now to Ross. Also looking to cross this one in, only as far as Van Dort. Durand. Olsen just pickpocketing Amy Atkins there. Force great strike on the edge of the box. Oliver Lynch-Gerard. Bacon, yeah, just hoofing that one into the box. Chung now, never present on this left-hand flank for Capital. Ball finds its way to Pepe Oliver Bell. She can't wriggle her way past Suburbs defenders. Beautiful bit of hold-up play from Sheed, number 9 for Suburbs. A lot of space now for Rachel Head. Suburbs happy just to keep the ball and try and draw Capital out again. Touch from O'Brien. Aaron Wong finding O'Brien, shooting this cross across the face of goal. Capital clears. Only as far as Aaron Wong with a throw in again. O'Brien. Past Chung. O'Brien looking to cross. Devon Crawford doing enough there to stop that cross from Taylor O'Brien. See Wong just with a quick throw there and a bit of a feint and change of pace from O'Brien.
Nick, you can drop. If they don't play, you can drop, Nick. Nick, you can drop. Drop.
Ball comes in. Atkins cleared at the near post.
Run.
Olsen, a lovely ball to find Pepe Bell, but Van Dort again getting across. Gee, they've defended well. They've covered each other well this afternoon. Eastern Suburbs defenders. If it's not the defenders, it's someone like Annie Byrne getting back. Renee Baker needs a good delivery here. They need to get players in the box. Capital, as you see a substitution, sorry. Kara Chung coming off. Anna McCarthy on for Capital. They need to get plays in the box here, Capital. Disappointing cross from Bacon. She gets a chance. That's better. Couldn't get someone on the end of that cross from Renee Bacon. It's a free kick. This is Chris Trent Atkins just getting in front of Danielle Olsen. Suburbs doing it quite comfortably just inside 83 minutes here at Madills Farm. 3-0 up at the moment. Eastern Suburbs goals from Taylor O'Brien, Ella Finlay and Nicole Metten. Strong doing well again. Capital turn this one over. Just can't find the feet of Renee Bacon. Strong. Be Oliver Bell now shooting from a distance. There'd have to be a pretty good strike to beat Brooke Bennett from that sort of distance and that angle. Long ball forward from Erina Wong. Again, those lovely little touches from Taylor O'Brien. Ball played inside the defender here. Rose able to turn and clear that one. Nicola Rose bringing the ball inside. Looking for Bacon. Hopeful ball across the middle of the park from Renee Bacon. No one there for Capital. Blacklow just taking her time here. No hurry here for Suburbs, and Capital quite happy just to sit off with thinking with 5 minutes to go plus stoppage, you'd be putting pressure on these Suburbs players and trying to at least try and get a goal back if they can. Erina Wong cutting inside, looking for Taylor O'Brien. O'Brien can't find Page. She's a difficult customer in tight positions. Taylor O'Brien. So Lena Duron asking the referee's assistant there for it was a free kick. Metem, lovely bit of play. Erina Wong now to swing this one from the right-hand side for Suburbs, but straight behind the goal from Erina Wong. Disappointing cross from her. control in Crawford. Nice bit of work from Nicole Metten again. Again, Suburbs happy just to keep the ball, using Brooke Bennett just as another platform to keep the ball. Capital just don't have the quality to make Suburbs pay for these types of lapses in concentration. Renee Bacon has been trying hard, so has Pepe Oliver Bell, but they've just been outnumbered by Suburbs. Well, into the last few minutes here at Madills Farm. Looking very likely that Eastern Suburbs will maintain their 100% record and stay on top of the National League Championship. Perhaps they're not finished yet, Suburbs, perhaps. Metem. Lovely ball to find Erin Wong. Devon Crawford does well. O'Brien. She's worked hard. She's battled away for her goal this afternoon. Taylor O'Brien. Zoe Benson has as well. Yeah, just too much quality all over the park for Capital this afternoon. Have Eastern Suburbs. They've had their moments though, Capital. Bacon and Pepe Oliver Bell have worked so hard up front to try and get things going in the attacking third for Capital. Suburbs looking just to close this one out now. Just eating up the time, eating up the minutes. This one will certainly send a message across the bow of likes of Western Springs and Auckland United, Northern Rovers. Well, we will have 3 minutes of added time at Madills Farm here. A couple of stoppages, particularly in the first half, and we've got 3 minutes for Capital to try and get something out of this game if they can. Or will it be Suburbs that will finish the stronger of the two in this dying stages? Again, you see the wind there favouring Capital football. Nicola Rose, Pepe Oliver Bell now. It's a tight area surrounded by white shirts. Oliver Bell can't find Bacon. Benson now with a bit of space coming out of the middle of the park. They've got nothing to lose now, Capital. Just get the ball forward, get some players forward. No tired legs out there this afternoon as well. It is a firm pitch here at Madills Farm. Well, Suburbs come out against Central Football next Saturday on the 12th. Capital Football are at home to Northern Rovers. So again, another tough game for Capital Football. They can take some heart with particularly some of the way they played in the first half, particularly. Took Suburbs a while to kind of break them down a little bit, and when they did that first goal from Taylor O'Brien, that seemed to release the shackles somewhat from Eastern Suburbs, going in 2-0 at half time. Perhaps the last bit of action falls to Brooke Bennett with the last kick, and it does. That's enough, says Chris Trent. Well, the last pass there from Brooke Bennett. Well, full time here at Madills Farm. It's 3-0 to Suburbs over Capital Football, and a convincing win for the home side. Keeps them top of the table at this stage. Capital can take heart with some of the play they've had this afternoon, particularly in that first half, as we talked about earlier. But Eastern Suburbs too strong for Capital Football here at Madills Farm, winning this one quite comfortably, 3-0. Well, these were the goals here in the first half for Eastern Suburbs. Lovely ball from Amy Atkins. Taylor O'Brien there, as always, on the spot, right place, right time for her 14th goal of the season. In the end, this was the one that kind of broke the back for Capital, because they'd been competing quite well up to this point. But the second goal was a lovely bit of play from Suburbs. Zoe Benson here, returning from the recent Under-17 World Cup, shooting that one across the face of goal. Molly Simons couldn't parry that one far enough, and in the end it fell into the Ella Finlay there, scoring from midfield for Eastern Suburbs. First one to react. It's her first goal of the season for Ella Finlay. And then Taylor O'Brien again causing havoc on this right-hand side, beating Jaden Watts and Cara Chung, laying it on a plate for Nicole Metum. It's this stage now that Suburbs were doing it all too comfortably against Capital Football. Both teams made some changes, but in the end, Suburbs just too strong, too much quality. Back to the drawing board for Capital Football now. That game next week against Northern Rovers, another big test for Capital Football. Well, round 9 results in the National Women's League. Southern United and Western Springs sharing the points there. Rovers overcoming Auckland United 3-2. Canterbury United too strong for Central Football. And as you've seen, Eastern Suburbs just too strong for Capital Football at Madills Farm. Well, Eastern Suburbs there, undefeated so far this season for Stephen Hoyle's side. 9 wins from 9 games. Only conceded 8 goals there so far this season. Western Springs, Northern Rovers, probably the 2 closest there. Canterbury United, Southern United making up the top 5. We see Central Football there yet to record their first win of the season. Well, as we talked, there's Capital Football next week against Northern Rovers. That one coming from Petone Memorial Park. Live on Sky Sport 9, Saturday the 12th of November. Please get along if you are local around Petone or the Wellington area. Get along and support Capital Football. A very tough game against Northern Rovers. Again, very good side, Northern Rovers. Well, on behalf of everyone here at Sky Sport Next, thank you for joining us for this round 9 action between Eastern Suburbs and Capital Football. In the end, it was the home side running out. Comfortable winners, 3-0. We'll see you next time here on Sky Sport Next.